What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Big Thing. It's the Friday show. I thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. What are we going to talk about today? It's just me and Brett. You're getting a little bit of a goofball episode. So we're going to goof around. But we're also going to talk about that Munsters trailer. That was something. Ms. Marvel ended. What else is going on? I guess... the Lord of the Rings trailer. You didn't see that either, did you?
I watched it outside.
Did you? It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really good. So we'll talk about Lord of the Rings and the Munsters. Those are going to be the two things that we're going to talk about. Which trailer do you think was better?
Probably Munsters.
The Munsters. I can't. We're going to get into that. It was, I actually taped Brett's reaction because I had to see the definition of baffled. Baffled. And we'll get into that in a little bit. You're brand new to the channel and you're looking around, looking for idiots. Well, you found them. Hit subscribe. We're trying to get to 70,000 by the end of the year. If we do it, we're going to go on tour. I want to do comedy shows. I want to do The Big Thing, Sith Council. If you're brand new to the channel, like, what the hell is all that? We'll find out. Browse around. Look at all the stuff we have going on besides just trailer reactions and out of the theater reactions and reviews. We do full-on podcasts here. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. That's what we're doing. All right, listen to me. This is the show. We're going to do it. It's me. It's Brett. Let's Munster it up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Friday. Hope you're enjoying your day thus far. Where's Winston? Where's Coy? Monday. You're on Monday. And I got to tell you, I don't know, but I love doing the rewatches. They're a lot of fun. But to be frank, you fuckers aren't watching them. That's the... there you go. Get back.
Reaction.
You're not watching them. And I can't keep doing shows and paying people to come on the show if you're not watching them. I'm not going to force anybody to watch them. You're not interested. You're telling me. That's part of the business. Doesn't mean Coy and Winston aren't going to be on the show. They are. I'm going to have them on every Friday moving forward. We just might start talking about stories and news and those types of things, and maybe when it comes to really big movies, we'll try to do some rewatches. But it's just hurting the channel right now. It's the only thing. It's the only one that's not performing at the moment, and I love doing them. I love doing those rewatches. So people that are watching them really enjoy them. The problem is if someone doesn't want to rewatch the Toy Story movies, why are they going to click on the thing? And
that's a lot more study than that's
it's effort.
It's effort to put into
it's
that.
Effort.
So you don't want to.
You got to get Winston and Coy to watch those movies, and then I got to watch the movie, find some time to do it, and then you got to get people to like the Toy Story movies, even like the Thor Ragnarok or whatever we did. People didn't care to rewatch it, and it's kind of evergreen. They can watch it later on, but I get it. And I love talking with Winston and Coy. So they're not going anywhere. It's just a matter of I think that we're just going to be a little bit more limited on our rewatches, and we're going to keep them more so on the Patreon.
You just got to do the Munsters trailer every week.
Were you expecting that?
No, I like.
It was something, wasn't
it? The way I couldn't tell because I was like, what is he setting me up for? Is he setting me up for like this is amazing, like it's going to be super fun? Because that's what I was hoping. That's not what I got.
Oh no!
And I feel.
Didn't it look like someone made it on YouTube?
Yeah. Like it was a fan thing or something like that. And I don't want to talk shit about any actors and actresses, but I mean they were given direction to do a certain thing.
They were told to perform that way. I'm not going to blame the actors, but I did think at one point as I was watching, I was like, if you saw that trailer and you were in that and that was your role, would you quit acting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's wow.
It's nothing against the actors. They don't. They're doing exactly what you said, what they're told, and
they
clearly,
were told to be campy. They were told to give it that.
Yes, and clearly Rob Zombie is a fan of the Munsters, and he wants to do his version of the Munsters, right? But and you look at the show was campy, but it looks bad. Like you know when it looked good? When they put it in black and white.
Yes.
When they did the black and white homage to the original series, I was like, that's the way they should have done the whole damn thing. The rest of it looked like a digitally shot project from like 2011.
Yeah, I mean, because the way it started off with the old school Universal.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, like that was, I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then, the black and white would have been better. That's immediately when you said, you know what was better, and when you said, I knew what you were talking about. And I want to go back and watch the Munsters, because again, I was like, I think I enjoyed the
I did too.
Munsters, and it wasn't
Because
the campiness was still fun.
It was right. They did campiness in a way that it was like this. I'm telling you, it just doesn't. It looks like you would find it on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
It really does, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Because I was not a fan of the Halloween stuff that he did and the other things that he did, and then I didn't know if he was going to do like a horror movie or what he was going to do, but he's trying to go. He's clearly, this is a love letter to it. It's just a poorly written love letter. I mean, but I think that what really makes it for me bad is that if they would have said like, yeah, he put like $600,000 and just of his own money and just made it, then I'd go, okay,
Yeah.
$40 million is what this is rumored. Like what for what? To rebuild the house? Like what costs $40 million?
Yeah. Cut that in half. Do it in black and white.
Cut it in half. Cut it by like 90%. Who? Because
Shoot it on a beta camera.
Honestly, like just make it a play.
Yeah.
It's like who? Because here's the thing is, no one's asking for a Munsters thing.
No.
And it's like you can't.
And you're doing it if you're a fan and you want to get people like hyped on the Munsters, you're doing it a disservice right
That's
now.
not it.
Yeah.
So who do you think's who out of all the people would you shake your fist at the most out of this?
Probably Rob Zombie.
No.
No.
You shake your fist at the executive and said, "That's good. Yeah, here's 40 mil."
Yeah, here you go.
Because if he did pay if he paid it out of his own money, which he didn't, if he did, well then he's a lunatic. But he didn't. Clearly, he's got the old school logo or whatever. Logo. Someone gave him money for it. Someone thought it was a good idea for 40 mil.
They weren't showing him the dailies.
I thought he said 4 mil.
What?
You gave him 40?
Did I put an extra? It's an old. Did I put an extra 01?
There's no cap on the credit card. 4 mil. That was it. And I thought that was generous. 40 mil? Holy shit.
Kidding me.
I mean, do you see the thing that he did there with the whoop, whoop, whoop? And then the girl fell and he didn't know what to do. What? 40 mil? Who stole the rest of it? Check his bank account.
What were they eating on set?
Wait, we just got a $39 million bill from Yen Sushi? What? What do you mean? Yeah, that's the studio exec. That person falling down is the studio exec when they told him it cost $40 million.
I think the gentleman who played Herman Munster, who was also in Pet Sematary, said it best when sometimes dead is better. They should have left this one in the grave.
Yeah. Watch, it winds up being like the most profitable movie of all time.
Yeah, maybe this is a representation. Maybe this, I don't know.
No, come on. You can't cheat that much.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, take the remaining 300,000 and shoot it all in black and white. It'll be better than this. It's like, whatever you got left over, use that. I promise you. It'll be better than this.
They pulled this guy. He's like, I'm going to do one more producing gig.
That's it.
And then I'm done. This is the one that's going to make.
You can't blame me for saying okay to the 40 million. I didn't have my glasses on. Didn't have them that day. They told me, they said it was 40,000. They lied to me. Not my money. What do I care? They ship them off.
How long is? I mean, like, this isn't like a 2
4-hour movie. And they cut it. That's the director. That's the cut. The director's cut is 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah, it's black and white for the first 35 seconds. The rest of it is shot like a YouTube video. They shock you every 15 minutes.
We didn't even. Who else? Well, there's Eddie. There's the son. We didn't see the son. Like they didn't even show.
The actor who played Eddie Munster is actually in the movie.
Oh,
this movie.
I've seen him at like car shows and things, like signing autographs. And I've seen what was it? The car was Dragula, which is one of White Zombie's songs. Was Dragula, and I knew he was a fan, but wow.
Yeah, what does he care?
Yeah,
he's one of the best if he was able, he's the last person you shake your fist at. You say you find a way to hang out with Rob Zombie, and you say, "Hey, what's David Blaine? You ain't got nothing on Rob Zombie." This motherfucker went into a meeting and said, "Watch this magic trick." He came out with $40 million
to make a Munsters movie.
To make bullshit. That's the best magician you've ever seen. Guy came out with $40 million. Dick hanging out of his pants. Look what I just did.
I'd like to see Rob's bank account. He's got 39 mil.
39 mil. Couple fails. The banker is the lady who fell.
Yeah, that's what she saw in the trailer.
Deposit. Woo! That was it.
She's the producer. That's what they showed her the trailer.
And then she was it. It's gonna cost how much? Woo! I told you, he's good in the room.
He's good in the room.
$39 million. He just retired. He lives in.
Have we seen him? Like he
you
just
can find him. He's in Cabo. He's making $35 Munster movies.
He's laughing.
He's like, I did it.
I did it.
It's like that scene in Shawshank Redemption. He's on a boat. He's on a boat, just like chipping away, laughing his fucking balls off. I got $40 million for the Munsters. He's like,
he was shot in one day
for $13.
I put up a sign that said, "Hey, you want to be in a Munsters movie?" I didn't pay any, but just went through them. Come on, we shot it in one day.
How much do I get paid for this? Nothing.
Nothing.
You get to be in a movie. It's gonna go viral on YouTube. Good luck to you. I'll sing about you in my next song. He doesn't care. What does he care?
No.
I don't give a shit. The fucking poor executives right now
Rob
cleaning
Zombie
out
is
their
missing.
offices, applying the subway. What are you doing here? I fucked up.
Fucked up, man.
What'd you do? Well, I was on a bender the night before, and Rob Zombie came in and greenlit his movie. Yeah. For how much? 40 mil.
40 mil.
Holy shit.
Did you see his script? I didn't see his script.
No, he had a script.
There was no script.
There was no script. Just go. To be honest, they went to Comic-Con and they just found people dressed up.
Cosplayers.
And they were going to make a porn and they cut out all the fucking.
That's what it looks like.
It looks like a porn. It looks like a porn.
Porno.
No fucking.
That was the best description.
It would have been 70 mil. If they kept the fucking in, it would have been 70 mil.
That is the best description of that trailer.
It's a porn without the fucking.
I'd like to see that on IMDb with your name.
It's a porn without the fucking. Yeah, it would have cost 75 mil to keep the fucking in. It took you out. Oh, that's hilarious.
Harloff.
Kristian Harloff says, "Oh my God, it's brutal, brutal."
Oh,
but I wasn't even going to say it's a friend of mine. I don't want to mention names if they don't want to. A friend of mine texted me yesterday morning and said, "I will read the person's text, but not the person's name." And what the hell did they say? It was actually really funny. Okay, said, sorry, where the hell is it? Said something about, I know it's a trailer, but fuck Rob Zombie. Said, why you make something you clearly didn't like as a kid? I just wish I could have seen the exec's face when I first saw the footage. It's not even insulting. It looks like a film school project. It does. Like porn with the fucking.
I mean that
comes off as a fan film, never finished. Yeah, it's not good. I wasn't gonna watch it, and I saw that from a friend of mine who wrote that, and then I started seeing it going around. People were talking about it. I was like, is it that bad? I'm like, if it's that bad, I should probably check it out and see if it's that bad. And it's that bad. It's that bad. Anyway, but yeah.
The only way this redeems itself is if that's what we were shown, and then it starts out campy, and then it becomes a full-on like murder. You know, like they're murdering people and putting them in the basement. You know,
and even that, it's like, yeah, it should have just been. He should have just. It looked really good in the black and white.
Yeah,
it looked good. When the music kicked in, I was like, that was the only time. It's like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, if you want to power through it and see it, well, you should do it with some athletic greens. Yeah, I'm telling you, it'll help you. It'll help you watch that movie for sure. I wish I had some athletic greens when I greenlit the movie. Well, you should have. So many great comments about athletic greens, and they're coming back for more, man. They're coming back, and we're so happy to have them as a sponsor. And the reason why they're coming back, honestly, is because you guys keep clicking on it. And you guys keep checking it out. And you guys keep telling us what you like about it. And I'm getting great reviews from you guys every single time you send in a review of Athletic Greens. I send it off to the podcast reps, and they show Athletic Greens. So do it. Get yourself some Athletic Greens. I started taking it, honestly, because Brett kept busting my chops about it. But I finally did it. And I wanted to have better energy and optimize immune system. I wasn't a big pills guy, vitamins guy, which I wasn't. I didn't like any of that stuff. And then you just get this supplement now that tastes great. I wanted to see if the energy was... Brett kept saying, I got all this energy now. I'm usually tired all the time. I got energy. He wasn't lying. You take one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens and you're absorbing over 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole foods, superfoods, probiotics, the whole nine. I put it in a water bottle and I shake it up. I dig it. That's what I do right in the morning. It helps me with sleep, and the sleep recovery is the best part of it. It tastes great, which is surprising. It looks like grass, but it tastes great, to be honest. I tell people... friends and family, I don't even have any more packets left. I gave them all away. It supports mental clarity and alertness. It costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in an all-in-one nutritional insurance. They have over 7,000 five-star reviews. It is recommended by professional athletes. It's awesome. Love it. You guys, if you're watching this show long enough, you've heard me talk about Athletic Greens, and you've tried them. I keep seeing people, well, you keep talking about it, so I got to try it. I've seen that more than 20 times, which is great. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with a convenient daily nutrition. You just take a scoop and a cup of water every day. Put it in a water bottle, shake it up. That's all I do. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy for you, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. You got to visit athleticgreens.com/bigthing. One more time, athleticgreens.com/bigthing. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. It is very helpful to the show, tremendously helpful to the show for people. You got to want to get something that is good for you guys. So if it's something that sounds interesting and you're not a big pills or vitamins person, you want to try Athletic Greens, when you do it and you use that code, please let us know. Please let me know so I can tell people. And people are always asking, how can I help out? How can I help out the show? How can I be part of the show? Find one of the sponsors that we have that's right for you and check it out. Go on the link in the description. All right.
And I'd say just that, because for me, I did it for 30 days. I'm like, this is something for 30 days straight I'm going to do. And that's when I got hooked. I was like, it's part of my morning. Every morning, no joke, starts with I'd shake one of those up, and I have that before a meal or anything. And it actually curbs my appetite.
Yeah. It does.
So
it does. I do it before screening also.
Give you a little boost.
Yeah, just give you a nice boost, because it's not. It doesn't feel like an energy drink that you're like wired. You just feel good.
Yeah,
you just feel good.
Then you put some trash in your body, like pizza.
Yeah, that's true. Prime Pizza. I just had Prime Pizza.
Is that the one you, or no? This is
my brother
in search of the.
So you've known me long enough that there's only. I've found very few pizza places in Los Angeles that I could say are
Pizza
good.
USA.
Won't do it. Won't do it. I've told you that whole conversation I had with him, right? The Dagnino. You got to try. This is back 10 years ago. You got to try Pizza USA. I'm not trying Pizza USA. Why? Because it's got USA in the title. Nothing against it's anyone that has to put Pizza USA. We know where we are.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it in the title.
Hello,
it's the same
fellow
reason.
Americans. Welcome to Pizza USA.
Right. Same thing. Like, get an authentic New York slice.
New York slice.
And if you have to put New York slice on top of your pizza place, it's not. It's not. So the places that out here there was a place Verrazano's that I loved, and it was owned by these like New York dudes that they were right near my old place, and it was the only place in Los Angeles that still exists like this. They had the Yankee games on. You would go in, and it was like an authentic New York pizzeria where you would go in and you'd be talking to the owners, and other people were like regulars there and talking. And I was like, oh, this feels like home. It was in such a bad location that it wasn't a busy street. So unless people were hunting down pizza places, I wish that they would have been around for like Dave Portnoy, who does that one by Pizza, to review them, because they were fantastic. They were my favorite, hands down my favorite. They were like legit.
Did they go under, or did?
Yeah, they went under. The place. The place burnt down. Now, who did it? Who knows? but
I think I saw that episode.
Yeah, true. Tony sent Sil over. It's a good place, but it's not working out. You got a chicken cafe over there. People don't know. Blow it up. Anyway, I've been kind of looking for some places, and for LA people, I always see the LA people when I talk about pizza on the show. They give their suggestions, and it's usually the same. A lot of the places I've tried, and a lot of like Vito's is a place everyone talks about. And Vito's it's on like La Cienega.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's like
eaten there, but
it's like in the little corner. It's good, but their slices are so thin you can eat 70 of them, and they're good. It's not my favorite. For a while, the king was Mulberry Street. That's what everybody used to love. Mulberry is, again, you can eat 50 of those things. They're so it's like paper with sauce and cheese on it. It's fine. The best one, the Pizza Wagon of Brooklyn. Sherman Oaks.
I've heard you say that one.
I was so excited when Prince Street Pizza opened here, because Prince Street's some of my favorite pizza were you in New York when we went to?
No, I missed that. Yeah.
So we went to Prince Street Pizza in Manhattan is some of the best pizza you're going to get. Doesn't transfer over here. Not a fan of
the water.
But
isn't
other
that with
places,
the bagels they say?
Yeah, no. A lot of places have the sauce wise. But a lot of people say that. So it was always Pizza Wagon of Brooklyn, Joe's Pizza, which is still probably is in my top. Joe's the first one they had was like Century City, and then there was one in Sherman Oaks, and both of those closed down, and there was another one, and then they opened up one in Beverly Hills, which is I do the double dip. Anytime there's one of my favorite sushi places is right there. Every time I order sushi for my wife and I go across the street, eat a pizza, take 2 slices of pizza first, and go pick up the sushi. But Joe's is really good. So then my brother has been watching the One Bite Pizza for a while. Portnoy does these pizza reviews. He goes all over the country, but a lot of Brooklyn, other places that he gives the ratings to. And he's done LA a couple times. And he'd done 2 places one place I had heard of but never tried, which was Prime Pizza on Fairfax, which used to be like right around the corner where I used to live, but it wasn't open at the time. And then the other one was Apollonia's.
That's the one I saw you
That's
post.
the one I posted around. Both fantastic. Both really good. I just had Prime, I didn't know. Like Apollonia, I took 1 slice, and I was like, okay, they're doing good work here. Prime, I took a bite, and I'm like, do I like this? And as I'm walking through, I'm like, I really like this. And I went back again. My wife has no idea that I went either time. She's monitoring my cholesterol. But I went and saw a screening of that movie, Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. And then afterwards, I went and I got myself
on a scale of Munsters to 1 or 10.
It's a movie that is look, 5-year-olds need movies too.
Yeah.
6-year-olds need movies too. But sometimes you want those movies to transfer over and be able to laugh as an adult too. It's not that kind of movie. No, you know what it's Blazing Saddles. Like legit Blazing.
Really?
It's Blazing Saddles. They say the sheriff is a dog. That's what they
kidding me.
They do it. The sheriff, and there's the gong and everything too, and then the farts around the campfire. Mel Brooks is in it.
Oh, okay.
He's in it. So, but the problem is, who's picking up on those references?
Yeah, that's.
Like, I mean, you want like, I did, but like as I'm watching, I'm like, oh, it's cute, but it's not. But I wasn't locked in. It's not a bad movie. It's just like a forgettable animated film.
Yeah, because we're not, I mean, you have, I'm not taking my kids to stuff that's like that age, and I'm the age group that remembers that movie.
Yeah.
You know, so that's I see what you're saying. Those are jokes that aren't going to play for
They're not
like
gonna
a
play for the
30-year-old dad or something like that.
No, 30-year-old dad, or even your kids who are
Yeah.
taking, like if I took, none of my kids will see it, they'll think it's cute.
Yeah.
And it's you've seen the story a million times over.
Well, there's
It's
this
not-
other movie where they said the sheriff's. Well, you know what?
right.
Let's see.
Right, but there's a lot of those. I mean, look, it's good to be. It's a love letter to Mel Brooks, who's in the film.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of references to his movies that if you're a Mel Brooks fan, you're gonna appreciate it. But like, they're old movies. They're
I gotta be
really
honest,
old
I
movies.
thought he had died.
No,
Yeah.
he's around. He's got to be. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say Mel Brooks is 92.
92.
What do you say?
I'm going 94.
You're probably right. Hey Siri, how old is Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks is 96 years
Wow,
old.
96. Damn.
He did something right.
He's doing all right. He sounds great. I saw him. Mark and I saw him. What the hell movie? I'm going to see if Ellis remembers because I don't remember. Hey, Siri, text Mark Ellis.
What do you want to say?
Hey, what movie was it that we saw Mel Brooks at, period? I know it was at the Fox lot, but do you remember the movie?
Done.
Let's see if he answers, but I can't imagine he's going to remember. But what was the movie that we saw him at a screening? And we were just in awe because there he was. And he looked old then.
Spaceballs.
Whew, Spaceballs, man. What a great movie that is. They always talked about doing the sequel to that one. They definitely could do a sequel with all the Star Wars material that's out there now. It's just like, who's going to do it? He can't do it.
You know what? What we did Young Frankenstein a couple years ago, and I liked it, but it didn't hit like it.
Really? Don't
yeah.
say that. Don't
Yeah.
say it. It's one of my favorites.
It is. It was
I haven't
one of my
seen it
favorites.
in a long time.
And-
Didn't hit when you tried to watch it with your kids?
But you know what I think? No. It was like I don't know if Lonnie had seen it, but you know what the thing was? I think that we remember laughing so hard at it, and I mean, like my family quoted that movie all
Right.
the time. We did, and I think that maybe we're probably hit over the head with jokes so much because there's a lot of that's almost serious
Right.
in a way. So I don't know. I wasn't disappointed, but I think she didn't like it as much as I was hoping.
She had never seen it? Is that what you said?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for those. That's what I mean. Like those movies, that type of humor, if you like, I've had the conversation. I think we've had the conversation about Caddyshack.
Yeah.
That doesn't play to everybody. I love Caddyshack. Caddyshack to me crushes. I'm also doubling down on Ghostbusters Afterlife. I watched it again with my daughter and with my wife. And did you see it yet?
That's the one. I don't know why that one totally missed because I was actually excited about that. I liked the
So
trailer.
missed or
when we
you didn't
watched
see it?
That was like right before
It was
we
the
started
fir-
doing
it was-
this.
It was the first movie. It was the first movie I saw back in the theater.
yeah.
Did you say it missed because you didn't like it or you didn't see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet, and I forgot that it even exists.
It's on HBO Max or Amazon. No. I watched it on the Blu-ray that I had. But
That'd be a good one because they've seen the originals.
two.
Yeah.
so that's what we did. I wanted to see if Vivi, my oldest, would how she would respond to Ghostbusters 1 and 2. She loved them.
Oh yeah.
Loved them. Who were your kids' favorite?
In Ghostbusters?
The first two.
Oh God, it's been so long.
So we just watched it. So
Yeah.
her favorite character actually was Egon, Ghostbuster. Her favorite character overall was Lewis, Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
who is just hilarious.
So
in that
good.
movie. Kaiser and I are actually doing rewatches of those for the Patreon, one and 2.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. No, those are so good.
Great. But the Afterlife, we watched it, and I remember seeing it and seeing Roxy and Steph afterward, and they didn't like it. I think it's great. I love that movie.
And that's Paul Rudd, right?
Paul Rudd. Yeah, the what's her name? I can't remember her name. The girl from Leftovers plays Carrie Coon plays the mother. The young girl is the star of the show. She plays Egon's granddaughter. And then Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is in it.
I gotta do. You know what? That's a good one because I've been trying. I'm like, come on, guys, let's all sit down
Loved
and
it.
watch something. And I think that would be.
It's a good family
that would work.
movie. I really enjoyed it
Because it's hard to find something that'll keep Blake's attention, but
It's a good one. Yeah, it's his age range for what the kids are.
Yeah.
And Sadie really liked it too. So it was like a movie that the three of us watched really enjoyed it again. The second time I was wondering how I still not crazy about although my daughter loved it, but I wasn't crazy about this. They have a scene, it's in the trailer, where the Stay Puft Marshmallow Men, like the mini ones, and they start attacking them, and it's like, for what reason? I have no idea. I just have to get it, like, for the gag, which is fine. But but as I realized again, it's like the same revelation I had when I was watching Phantom Menace with my daughter and looking at her eyes, going, "Oh, see this thing happening with the kid," and she's cracking up. I go, "Oh,
yeah."
You can't. Sometimes you just got to go, okay, it doesn't make sense for the story, but it's there to make kids laugh.
When we do the watch of Star Wars, Blake didn't go like, "Oh, the CGI in these are horrible." He didn't give. He was just having fun. It was
having fun. He doesn't think about that type of stuff. Yeah. Well, it's hilarious though, because my daughter is like a massive Percy Jackson fan, like the books.
Yeah.
Loves the books. So a couple years ago, I think like 2 years ago, she watched the movies and she had to keep watching. But now she's like she right now she is, as we tape this, she's in a Percy Jackson camp.
Wow.
She's in a Percy Jackson camp right now. She's like, it's adorable. But now she hates the movies. Hates them. And I go, what do you hate the movies for? She goes, Dad, real Percy Jackson fans, even the author doesn't like the movies. I'm like, but you didn't mind them back then. She's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, but you didn't. She's like, I did. I'm like, all right, take it easy. Get into this, but it's hilarious. Where she's like, but she's very excited about they're doing the TV show for Disney Plus.
Yeah,
which I think that's the way you go for TV show, for books, for major books that are like, if you can adapt and put them into a TV show, that's where you're gonna do well. But back to Apollonia's pizza. No, but it's good though. If you're out here, you want to try to get Apollonia's. I liked it a lot. That Prime, those are the two spots. A couple other places that he reviewed those were the two highest ratings, for sure. But when we go to New York, and if you guys help us get to 70,000,
please.
First place we're gonna go is New York. I want to do my goal for New York in January is a Big Thing episode, maybe 2 Big Thing episodes, 2 stand-up, maybe 3 stand-up shows.
Wow.
Sith Council, and I want to do like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday shows.
I'm down.
And then we'll hit a lot of pizza places around there too. But the goal is that if you want to buy, if you're a fan, you want to see all of it, you get like a discounted rate to get all of the shows. Or you can just say, I don't want to see all the shows. I just want to see Big Thing on Saturday and see the show on Sunday, the comedy show, whenever it is. And I got to start booking that out. But I want to make sure that the audience is, so far it seems like people are interested in that. But I think there's newer people that are coming in, finding the show for the first time, didn't know that I had a channel, and now they're finding it again and reestablishing that connection with the audience, because for 9 years, my attention's been divided. It's been, whether it was Collider, majority was Schmodown, which just everything was Schmodown related. Now that Schmodown on the last event, October 1st, my birthday, fittingly enough, is the last spectacular. After that, the pure focus is just this. I think we're gonna wind up going to a few places. I want to go to Boston. I want to go to Dallas.
I've never been to Boston.
Yeah, I haven't been. I went to Boston once, but I don't remember it really.
Been to the Dallas airport.
Okay. Philly. I want to go to Philly. I really want to go to Toronto. Like, Toronto is more realistic for us to go now because it was harder with that many people for Schmodown.
Yeah.
But like, if it was just like me, you, like Kate, a few other people, it just depends on what shows we're gonna do. I want to go there. People are like, you got to come to the UK. European
Jeez,
stuff.
You kidding me?
I would love to do a European thing too. It's just a matter of seeing what the audience wants, and that's why we're changing. For the people who didn't know, the Patreon. So the link in the description for this Patreon, there's the SEN Live Patreon. That is officially changing over on September 1st. That will cease to exist, and what is now currently the Movie Trivia Schmodown Patreon will be the Big Thing Patreon, and that's so. Brett and Kate still going to be. They're going to be there. SEN Live will be over there. All this stuff that we do here, and we're going to be listening to you guys to get more suggestions. And the link is patreon.com/schmodown at the moment. Now, whether or not that changes over, I don't know. It gets cold sometimes in London, though. It gets cold in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it gets really cold, and in order to
You gotta bundle up.
you got to bundle up. You got to use yourself a blanket. You got to use puffy blankets. You got to use RUMPL. Have you tried these RUMPLs yet, Brett?
No, I gotta get one.
Oh, you got to get one. They're really good. There's a lot of blankets on the market out there right now, but there's only one that's dedicated to sustainability. There aren't really a lot of blankets that even can withstand the great outdoors. RUMPL has 135 prints for the indoors, outdoors. You take it to the beach, you can take it camping, picnic, or just put it on the porch. It's got a lot of benefits. It's weatherproof, it's durable, they make cozy blankets, and it's made with the same technical materials that are used in premium outdoor gear and activewear. RUMPL's on a mission to introduce the world to better blankets. They recycle over 5 million plastic water bottles a year and offset their carbon footprint. Each blanket is made from 60 recycled water bottles, and their products are weather resistant, they're durable, they're most importantly cozy. They make the products that can be used in the great outdoors on your couch. I love it. I take it to, I've mentioned this many times over, I take it with me to Vivian's soccer games because it's on the dirt field, and sometimes it's like, I need a blanket, Sadie, and it's like, you get holes in them, it's a mess. But now with this one, RUMPL's awesome. I take it with her, and my wife is a critic. When she's like, what are we getting here? What is it? And she's like, I love this blanket. I love RUMPL. Loves it. 15% off with the code BIGTHING. Got to visit rumpl.com/bigthing to learn more. One more time, 15% off. Big Thing. rumpl.com/bigthing. As I mentioned to you guys, this is definitely for moms and dads out there. Trust me, get yourself a RUMPL blanket. You're gonna love it. And when you get one. And because, as I mentioned before, when you comment on it and you're clicking on the stuff and you purchase one, and you're like, how do I help the show? This is how you help the show. And when the sponsors see it, they re-up and they want to come back. And they keep coming back because you guys are clicking on it, you're getting it. That's how you wind up supporting. But get what you want to get. Get what's right for you. Don't just buy something because. You got to buy something because you want to get it. You need a blanket? RUMPL's the blanket you need to get. Brett, this Lord of the Rings thing came out. The few of the trailers that came out recently, I think they have, up until this trailer came out, I think the marketing has been not good for this thing because they were just putting stuff out because I think they were panicking.
Yeah.
I think they were saying, okay,
people need it.
People need it. We got our show coming out. Nobody's talking about it. They're talking about all the Star Wars and the Marvel stuff, and they got the Game of Thrones stuff. We got to show something. And they show it, and it looks like the Munsters. Doesn't look that bad, but still. But it looks like CW quality. And they put two things in all these marketing stuff. They start to put these little clips out. And Roxy and I watched this clip, and I was like, it looks very TV-ish. They put this thing out, and I was like, well, where was this?
Yeah.
That trailer looked like full on, like that's the epic kind of scale you're looking for with Lord of the Rings. It's like it feels like Game of Thrones at times, some of the same kind of setup, and you get the vision of the landscapes. And they put Galadriel, who was played by Cate Blanchett in the movie. She's the younger character now in this movie. So this was the best. This was the best thing so far. I hadn't been excited for the show yet. I'd been like, okay, I'll watch it because it's Lord of the Rings. I hadn't been excited. This trailer made me excited.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't see the other ones because like this is what I saw.
I'm like, it's the only thing you saw.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm like, this is great. This is, and like you said, epic is the word that I would describe it. I mean, it was just so you could see like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, and you know, I enjoyed it. And I think I remember you guys talking about how you didn't like that. I'm like,
what the hell were they watching?
Like, I was sitting out here waiting for you to wrap something up, and I was like, oh, well, check it out. And yeah, it was good. I want to watch it on my television, though. I think my phone is not doing it justice.
No, I watched it on the computer, and then I watched it. I watched it on the computer, and then I watched it again on my other computer. But I haven't watched it on the big screen yet. I can't wait to watch it. I'm going to watch it back here when it comes out. Like between that, there's some great stuff coming out right now. You got Andor, which I can't believe how excited I am for Andor, which is that Star Wars.
I haven't seen anything about that.
You didn't see that trailer yet?
No.
Before you leave, if you get out of here in time, before I got another show I'm shooting here, but you should look at that trailer because I was always like, okay, it could be all right. I think it's going to be fantastic. I can't believe how fantastic I think Andor is going to be. So that's going to be good. I'm on the fence with She-Hulk, but if Lord of the Rings proves anything, the stuff that they're releasing to what we actually got with this new trailer, I think She-Hulk will fix their CGI because that was the biggest problem.
Yeah, that was something where you did, unlike the Munsters, where you said, well, no, they just had to pump something out and they'll probably fix that.
You would have to hope. because you have enough time to. Why wouldn't you? So I think that'll be a fix. So you have that. You have Lord of the Rings. You have the new Game of Thrones series.
Yeah, the
House of the Dragon.
That's what you're talking about, that Comic-Con, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's nothing that's come out on that. Just some.
There's a trailer that came out.
Jeez, where am I at?
I know. Yeah, it's a trailer. You know, I do trailer reactions to all these things. You should watch my channel. You should check it out. But yeah, that came out. They'll probably put another one out pretty soon. Avatar comes out at the end of the year. Black Adam comes out. Shazam. The Bullet Train movie comes out. That Scorsese movie comes out. There's a lot of things that come out, but it's next year though. Tons of shit next year.
Bullet Train looks fun. I
hope Bullet Train does well. I really.
Yeah.
That's where I'm so curious to see how that movie does in the theater, because it's going to tell a lot about the landscape of theaters. Because Top Gun, I can understand why it made as much as it did, because it's a great movie, so it should have. But it was a switch up from the superhero movies and everything. I understand why the Sandra Bullock movie made a nice amount of money too, that romantic comedy.
Yeah.
It was a switch up from the superhero movies and everything. Bullet Train seems like a switch up, but it also seems like something that you would be able to find on Netflix or Amazon these days.
It might have.
That's what that's the same reason that something like Gray Man, when Gray Man is coming out on it's coming on Netflix for a reason, right? So I hope that Bullet Train does well, because I want to see.
Don't you think, though? I mean, I know that the star bringing people to the theater. Don't you think Brad Pitt can still put butts in the seats?
Enough to make it like a massive hit?
Yeah.
I mean, even Tom Cruise doesn't do that. Like, people go, oh, he's still a big movie.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible is a proven franchise that people go back because of the franchise. Yes, Tom Cruise has a lot to do with the stunts and everything he's doing, but he's put out other movies, whether it was The Mummy and Jack Reacher and other things that haven't done well. He doesn't bring in butts to everything too, and even The Rock, the Skyscraper didn't do very well. It's like he's got more of that. Well, The Rock's got a new movie.
Yeah.
He's got that thing. Like, because when Tom Cruise Tom Cruise got a new movie. No, there's a new Mission Impossible. There's a new Top Gun. There's very few people that go, oh, there's a new Brad Pitt movie coming out. We ain't in 94 anymore.
Yeah. I guess it's just my love.
I know. Me too. I love the guy. I think I'll never forget seeing, what the hell is the one that oh my God, Legends of the Fall.
Oh God.
So I remember seeing that movie in the theater going, oh, what is this? Is this just going to be like something that's just for ladies? Certainly isn't.
No.
That's for ladies. That's for dudes. That's for everybody. That's for everybody. That movie's intense. That movie's crazy. That movie tear you up no matter where you are.
Oh yeah.
It's a tragedy. And he was so good in that. That was like right when he was starting to pop.
River Runs Through It.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
That was one of his star roles as well.
That one kills me. Did you like Meet Joe Black? I don't
even know if I've ever seen the whole thing. I don't even know if I've ever seen it.
I'm a big Claire Ferdelani.
What happened to her?
Yeah,
Mallrats, and that was the end of it. Love their Mallrats.
Mallrats.
Yeah, we got a shorter episode here today, but nonetheless,
Just watch the Munsters.
just watch the Munster trilogy. That was enough. You can go if you. This is. I don't know what I've been putting some stuff up on the weekends, and surprisingly enough, people watch on the weekends. I didn't think anybody would be watching on the weekends. I put some stuff up on Sunday here and there.
Wow.
And I had an episode with Ben Bateman that we put up on Sunday, and it did pretty well. And I was like, wow, people actually looking for stuff to listen to on Sunday. So I might throw some stuff up there here and there, clips, other things. And I want to hear, like, this channel's building, man. It's only really been moving since August of 2021. So I am constantly listening to all of you. What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? What are you liking? What are you not liking?
Please say you want to see more of me, because I enjoy coming in twice a week.
You should. Well, I want to do, that's another thing I want to do. I want to start to do in 2023, not only with live events, I want to start doing some more live streaming shows from in this room.
Yeah.
I don't want to do Zoom. I don't want to do StreamYard. I don't want to do any of that shit anymore.
It's definitely a different, I mean, there's the disconnect when you're at home is, as much as we got into a great groove with it, I think it's just, there's just something about sitting across
it's just
from
hard.
people.
Because you can get distracted in your own room.
Yeah.
You can't have that same back and forth. And I think that I want to, and we have a show like that. We have SEN Live to do the digital live show. I don't want to do one of those. I think that what I will do is I'm getting trying to learn more and more about the OBS system and other things too, and trying to figure out how to just engineer it myself to get a live show. It's one of the things I plan to do. Another thing I plan to do next year is what a lot of these reaction channels do, right? They'll watch a full episode, but there's like legalities of things you can do. So when you're watching, if you watch like Late to the Party or The Real Rejects, they'll watch a full episode, but they cut only parts. You won't watch the whole episode with them. You'll watch parts of the episode, big moments and stuff throughout it. I'm going to start doing that. I got to reach out to Nerd Chronic eventually and see if he'll do that with me. But that's it. That's all we got for today. So once again, make sure you check out our wonderful sponsors. Links in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 70,000 by the end of the year. Don't forget about it. Help us out. Apple Podcast, Spotify. We're moving up in the right. I got a note yesterday that our audio is up by 40%. Our audio is up by 40% on audio on the Apple Podcast and Spotify, and that is another way to really help. So the link is in the description for Big Thing. Download the episodes, listen to them in your car, or if you're at the gym, wherever you are. If you're listening to this show, please leave us a review, a rating, all that stuff. Please. It helps tremendously. If you're not able to join Patreon and you can't get a sponsor, then just do that. Drop a comment. And it helps the algorithm on YouTube if you're hitting the like buttons, the comments, all of that. That's how we keep building this thing, and you guys help us build it. Thank you to Brett, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. It's a Big Thing. Peace.
Hello.